And now our host, Barry McGuire.
You know, all of us here at Car Crazy Central read your Car Crazy confessions because every one of them is so special. I often say that, but it really is true. This one today comes from Matthew. He writes, "My name is Matthew Bassel. I am 23 years old, and I'm officially car crazy. I recently bought my dream car, a 2004 Pontiac GTO. I had my eye on it since it first came out in 2004. I was a college student at the time of its release and could not afford it. In early 2007, I saved up enough money to buy one. My next hurdle was trying to find one in the color combo I wanted, black on black, my kind of guy. After an exhausting search through the state of New Jersey, I found one in my hometown, can you believe it? This car is my daily driver, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Cars are meant to be driven and enjoyed. My car craziness didn't start when I bought this car. It started back in 1987 when my dad bought a Buick Grand National, brand new when they first came out. Riding around in that car when I was a kid ignited something in me that has lasted until this day. I can remember being outside with my dad when I was a little kid and helping him clean the car, even though the only thing I could really reach was the wheels. Over the next few years, my dad acquired many cars, from Cadillacs to Studebakers. His love for cars and allowing me to be a part of that create a bond that can never be broken. To this day, I am outside every day cleaning and tweaking something on the car. And one day, when I have a son or daughter, I hope we can share that same thing my dad and I did." Matthew. Well, thank you, Matthew, for sending us your car crazy confession, because quite frankly, it genuinely, and I mean genuinely, touches a soft spot for me. There are so many benefits for igniting the car crazy gene in our sons and daughters, and we talk a lot about them on this show for good reason. You know, it's never been so important to stay close to our kids while they're growing up. And cars offer the best opportunity I know to make that an easy task. But you know what? There are a lot of car guys among us whose sons and daughters avoid the car hobby like a plague. Now, granted, a lot of kids are pre-wired from birth to have different kinds of interests and still love their dad. But from my unofficial poll, more often than not, the reason is parental failure. Dad failure. It's obvious that we love our cars, and it's our shared love for cars that bonds us together into the world's greatest fraternity. But here's the problem. There are car guys who shout the message to their kids that they love their cars more than they love them by consistently leaving them without a dad to go to work on a car or go to a car show. Indeed, there are a lot of kids who see themselves competing with the car hobby for their dad's attention and losing the battle. And then we wonder why we can't get them interested in old cars. For these kids, the car hobby literally prevents them from having a close relationship with their dad, and they will never forget it or forgive their dad for not putting them first. You know, please, dads, please hear me on this. Cars should be a tool, not a hindrance, to loving our kids. Honoring God by mixing old cars with great parenting is the best formula I know of to build close, lifelong relationships with our kids. And that's the truth. Take it to the bank. Thank you, Matthew, for making this point so vividly clear for us today, and for making all of us just a little more car crazy.